I mean, it's hard for me to bet against my boy Nick. I watched him play a little bit earlier in losers, and the guitars looked very solid. So I mean, I haven't seen Shiro play today, or ever, I guess, for that fact. But can you tell me what you know about Shiro? Where I speak too highly of this blowout.
Let me see about Shiro a little bit. So Shiro, I mean, he's a pretty decent player. I think he's now kind of getting back into brawlhalla a little bit. He's now kind of focusing on brawlhalla a little bit. I know he is kind of, I know he used to play, I believe, multiverses, but now he's going to be focusing on brawlhalla, I believe. I think that was like the recent tweet that he made or something like that. But point being aside is,
Interesting.
Shiro, he's still kind of the GOAT. I think he is a part. Well, we saw he's a part of the IA org, which I believe is I think is a Spanish org. I believe I could be wrong, but I don't want to be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But
GC side thing from Nick.
we gotta get back to this action here, Nick. No, not Logan. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Let's talk about Nick a little bit here. Nick, already starting off, has the first stock, and man, like you said, you saw his guitars today, and they were looking clean. And right now, he's showing us some clean guitars. I'm telling you, some amazing guitar gameplay coming in from Nick.
Yeah, he was putting his just reaction time on display earlier in losers. It was really fun to watch. He was just reacting to things with signatures, N-sig, D-sig. Like it was truly just him saying like, okay, I'm just going to relax, play calm, and react to things, play guitars, punish everything.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a masterpiece to see.
You see Shiro kind of in this game number one, he's having a hard time to kind of take out the stock, and just as I say that, he's able to get the two-piece combo and get him out of there. But you look at this damage lead coming in from Nick, it's pretty huge. And, you know, I mean, I've seen Nick play in many tournaments. I mean, he's a part of the Spur clan, so I've seen him play in many clan battles. That two-piece combo surprisingly not getting the KO, but now he's over on the Trusted Guitars. I was about to say, he's going to look for that N6 to get the KO, perhaps. Maybe a down sig here. It's a Lucian special.
Ooh.
Like, you cannot go and be fighting a Lucian and not expect just a wonderful, well-placed down sig coming at you over on the edge, bro. So like you cannot be peeking off stage against Nick, because Nick, man, he's gonna hit you with that down sig, and I mean it's gonna hit. He's gonna make it work. But I would say though, Shiro is bringing it back, and he's able to tie up the damage. And man, he's going toe to toe right now with Nick. But just as I said, Nick is able to get the KO.
Yeah, Nick definitely lost a little bit of that lead there. Shiro turned up, brought it back. It is going to be the con of Lucian, especially playing this map. Oh my goodness, not going to KO. Recovery was close, but the con of playing Lucian, especially on this map, low damage plus very high ceilings, which means Blast's recovery very hard to kill.
Yeah, and I mean Lucian is once again a player. I mean, is a legend that you don't see often when it comes to tournaments. I mean, the last time I remember Lucian ever being played was, I don't know, maybe when Luna played Lucian or something. That was maybe one time in like, I don't know, some history, some random tournament where you see a kind of a Lucian player that popped out. Nick
Pavelski.
Maybe Pavelski, I don't know. Maybe if he was like, he spun a wheel and was like, you know what, guys, we're going to be playing for this YouTube video, we're going to be playing Lucian in the Winter Championship Tournament or something like that, you know? Maybe Pavelski decided to do that, but man, Lucian is once again not a picked legend, but Nick is just someone that just religiously plays Lucian, and he makes it work. Kind of, I mean, like Josuke, what we saw in the last game there, but Nick right now, he has the damage lead, he goes for the recovery, he's looking to get this KO, but Shiro is still hanging on for bare life right now in this game number one. That down sig, I said it before, you cannot be sleeping on the down sigs, man, because the down sig just hits you out of nowhere. And there we go, Nick is going to be taking game number one against Shiro.
Oh my goodness, I was sitting there just thinking to myself, when's it coming? When is that D-sig coming? When is that when he's gonna let it fly? And he let it fly.
Yeah, he let it fly. And he lets those down sigs fly. He lets those signatures fly. Like, he's the type of guy, man, he would let the end sigs rip, let the down sigs, the side sigs rip. But yeah, the down sig is something you gotta be careful for, because if you're peeking wrong, if you're just that little pixel up, it's gonna hit you. So we're gonna be getting straight into game number two. Sorry we cut off the replays, but man, we got some interesting action ahead here. Game number two on our hands here. 1-0 in favor of Nick. How does Shiro adapt here to claim a point up on the board? It was an even game, Logan. It was an even game throughout the set. It did start off with Nick with a nice lead, but Shiro did show some life in that second stock. Can Shiro manifest that same energy in that second stock and be able to travel it throughout this whole entire game here and be able to kind of just do what he's doing right now, where he has a lead onto Knic.
I think that he was doing a great job with the scythe and that he would benefit from same game plan as has like a broken record here. Building up damage with scythe, looking for KOs with gauntlets.
Yeah.
Weapon throw. Knic does dodge through. Sidelight gets punished for it. Recovery nair from Knic. Oh, little clash moment. Knic trying to initiate there. He's going to live here. I wonder if he's going to try and hold on to the stock and play a little more defensively since he got a second chance at life.
He definitely has to play back a little bit because you see that percent, you see the kind of percent that he's at. That Enlight is going to send him far away,
right?
but no, it doesn't KO as yet.
It hasn't KO'd for years, I guess.
Sure, now over on the side, that sidelight is going to KO. And I mean, look at the health that he was at in, and look at the position that Shiro's in too. On the whole entire right side of the stage, just a sidelight going straight over to the left was able to KO. I mean, Knic held that stock for as long as he can, but can he get this KO over on Shiro? Can he tie this one back up? Once again, Dynasty to make it back to stage. That's kind of tricky there. He goes for the ground pound instead. I think Shiro was expecting that Dynasty. You see he's kind of playing it back down there a little bit. And, you know, this is a smart choice going from Shiro to, you know, kind of go to this this stage where you know you don't have any platforms or anything, but you have a decent wall you can play around with. You know, you don't want to have the short walls kind of like Demon Island, where Knic is just gonna have a field day with those down six. But
Recovery.
Getting back to the game here, you're seeing even in the stock counts, but a damage lead coming in from Shiro. I think the damage has already been done here, Logan. I don't know if Knic can bring this one back, but he has the guitars in hand. If it's any weapon he can do it on, it's definitely gonna be the guitars, I think.
We're having a little moment of adaptation. Both players try to figure out what the other is going to do as Shiro's unarmed, but does pick up the scythe. But there was definitely a moment there where Knic was behind and he's feeling out Shiro. It feels like he's honestly kind of got the control of this pace back underneath his control. Sidelight, D-light, Instinct was very close.
Did you see Dynasty there again?
But it's definitely kind of a battle of Knic trying to push this pace and Shiro trying to slow him down and to declare his own pace. Oh my god.
He caught him off guard again, the down sig. You just can't be hit with those down sigs, man, because they just take stocks just so quick. We saw it in game number 1 and we saw it here in game number 2. And oh my god, he caught the recovery as well too. That would have been huge coming in from Knic, man. Oh my goodness, but he's pushing this lead right now.
Oh,
these
great
guitars
reaction.
are on fire, but Shiro puts an end to it once again and finally gets a gauntlet recovery. Now he has kind of the weapon control just for the moment being. Knic picks up the blasters now, and honestly, man, I would be happy if Knic is on the blasters, man, because the way we've been seeing his guitars cook, man, Shiro, oh man, these guitars, it's crazy, man. It's lucky you got him on the blasters. But
yeah, you definitely want to cook now before he gets the chance to swap, because I think that he'll take a chance to swap at the first. Yeah.
And there we go.
Yep.
He swaps off. He swaps off.
That is not surprising whatsoever.
Once again, man, you cannot.
He's D-Sig time. You thinking when I'm thinking hockey?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing the D-Sig. There you go. There's the N-Sig coming out. Give another one
Here
for
it
the
is. Here it
casters.
is. Here it is. Here it is.
There we go.
No.
He did one for it. Oh my god.
He's spacing for it. He's still spacing for it.
Man, he knows he has the stream
He might
open.
He might throw for how much he wants this D-Sig. I could feel it.
He's the type of guy to do that.
Recovery.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But no playing around. He's able to clean that one. 2-0 right now against Shiro. So we did see a little bit of adaptation coming in from Shiro throughout that game, where we saw Shiro was, you know, he had a little bit of control just for the moment being. But once again, man, Shiro, he just has to kind of, I think the game plan kind of for Shiro is really, you just have to slow down Knic just a little bit. Because Knic is just, right now Shiro's kind of playing at Knic's pace. What I think Shiro needs to do is to kind of force Knic to play at Shiro's pace. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely know what you're saying. I think that Knic is definitely pushing the tempo pretty consistently. Just given the nature of guitars, it can be kind of like an oppressive, like get in your face weapon. And so it kind of puts Shiro just naturally. I am a gauntlet player, and I get really frustrated into the guitars matchup. So I am like, I definitely empathize with this difficulty of feeling like you need to, not necessarily run away, but not let them get right up in your face, but back up to create space. Can be a difficult task, because usually you're used to being the one driving with gauntlets. Because in most of the matchups, gauntlets are like the get in your face weapon, where like other weapons are trying to back up off of you. But like guitars makes you play a totally different way.
100%. But we're gonna be getting into now our third game here. This could be make it or break it here for Shiro. Shiro could be going home into 3-0, or we could be seeing a game 4 or potentially a game 5 on our hands here. But game number 3, let's get to it here. We're seeing Shiro locked in on the gauntlets, and you know Odin has blessed Shiro for Knic to get the blasters right now. So here we go. He immediately swaps off. He picks up the guitars, and once again Shiro has a lead. But with these guitars in hand, you know Knic could demolish.
Good patience. Silent recovery. That's what I'm talking about right there. Hockey backs up, doesn't go in too early, punishes the end light.
Yeah. Oh,
doing a great shot. Oh, he went in. Yeah, he went in a little too early there.
Side sig. Now you're seeing that Knic is kind of controlling the stage a little bit more. He's holding that kind of center stage here. Now Shiro turns it around on him, but once again he still has the damage lead. If he can get a nice KO here, if he can get the KO here, that's gonna be huge for him. But once again, man, with Knic with guitars in hand, he could bring back leads. And honestly, it's still anybody's game here to take this first stock. No, he misses a true combo.
Oh, close.
That could have just been it. He could have gotten that stock there.
Yeah.
Oh, Knic just slides by, picks up the blasters.
Knic gets back. That's
and
unfortunate.
Immediately he's on attack. He picks up the blasters and immediately goes on attack.
No, he got baited.
Oh my goodness.
The compound bait worked out. He hits the down air. Closes out Shiro's first stock.
Yeah. And you saw it there, I mean Logan, where he immediately just went for the blasters and then went straight back on the attack. It's like, once again, Knic is just all up in Shiro's face, man. He's not giving him a chance to breathe. He's not giving him like any breathing room whatsoever. Knic is just all gas every day, all day,
80s. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say for a moment there, he felt like he was trying to back off. Yeah, Shiro. I'm starting to feel a little bit of momentum. Oh, never mind.
Nice, I'd say.
Had to take a moment to analyze there. Shiro definitely doesn't seem to know how to approach in this scenario. He's trying to figure out. Oh, great punish on the approach. Great punish, Shiro. Good punish again. Waits.
With the nice strings coming out from Knic. The NSYNC though, I think he went the wrong way. There you go, he gets a nice two-piece combo, sends him up far up in the air. Weapon throw now. There we go.
Oh, what a read.
There we go.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Everything, man. You see Shiro's kind of locking in just for the moment. Nice two-piece unarmed combo now that Knic has the blasters in hand. Be looking for DI recovery or something, perhaps.
Shiro's adapting. He's slowing things down successfully.
I didn't quite. Wait. This is third game. Yeah. So those last 2 games we went on small.
There we go.
Small World's End, I believe. But going now to Demon Island, this is gonna benefit Knic huge because I talked about it before. The small walls. It's not gonna be helping out Shiro too much because you got those down 6. We talked about game number 1. Those down 6, he utilized those down 6 to get 2 KOs. This map
I'm sure
is
we're gonna see one
be
any moment, Hockey.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing one for sure. There you go. He gets the recovery, able to get the stock out of there. And this is last stock situation here. Could be last stock situation for Shiro in this whole entire tournament, but last stock situation here in this game number 3. Where you're seeing Shiro with a lead, but Knic has stage control. And Knic with stage control, with guitars in hand, he's going to bring back that lead for him on guard. He is going to bring back the lead. And there you're seeing right now, it's as even as can be. GCN hitting nowhere, like hitting nobody.
Yeah, definitely a difficult task. It was almost a great dodge down read. Knic jumping though. In-sig read. Recovery, looking for it. Goes to the D-sig actually.
But now Shiro kind of has Knic off stage just for the moment being. You see he's kind of playing a little bit patient with this one. He's trying to slow the momentum down a little bit here, but Knic has stage control and he has the guitars in hand. You see Shiro's just kind of playing a little bit above the air, but there we go. The gauntlets is hitting. There we go. Disarms him now with the end line. Now looking for the edge guard, the weapon throw. Knic though doesn't make it back. Now Shiro does have the sight in hand, throws it away, but Knic goes for the end sig, the haymaker, but the recovery sends him up in the air, and that's gonna be it. Knic taking that game in a 3-0 fashion. Wow, what a set that was. What are your thoughts, Logan, man? What are your thoughts?
Obviously very well played to both players. Shiro played exceptionally. But I just feel like Knic's game plan was just so solid. It was just so confident. Like it was really solid brawlhalla. He was doing a great job of using attacks and like using baits to get in an approach, and then whenever Shiro be adapted to the bait, he would just raw approach with like a guitar side light and get some sort of major damage off of it. So it was just like a constant guessing game of like, am I actually approaching? Ooh, ooh. Or am I baiting you with something to try and get a punish off? Right. And then So it was just like a constant back and forth of like guessing like where is Knic gonna go? Is he gonna bait? Is he gonna approach? And then, I mean, super well played. I'm
Damn.
excited to see him versus Snipe.